Okay, so continuing reading in part 2 of this reading using maps. Here we go. What is a map scale? All maps are smaller than the real area that they show. How can you figure out the real distance between places? Most maps include a scale. The scale shows the relationship between distances on a map and real distances. The scales in this book are drawn in two horizontal lines. The top line shows distance in miles. What unit of measurement does the bottom line of the scale use? So I don't know if you can see that. So here is the map scale. The top line is in miles. So this from here to here represents 30 miles. If you go from here to here, that distance is represented in a different unit of measure called kilometers. So which would be longer, 100 miles or 100 kilometers? Well, 100 miles. So how do you use a map scale? There's a couple different ways. You can use a ruler to measure the distance on a map. You can also make a scale strip like the one shown on this page. Place the edge of a strip of paper under the scale lines in the map of the Adirondack Park. Mark the distance in miles, and then slide your strip over and continue to mark miles until your strip is long enough to measure the whole map. That's a lot. So let's just take a moment. So one way is we can place the edge of a strip of paper under the scale. So I'm going to grab a strip of paper. Okay. So it says place the edge of a strip of paper under the scale lines on the map of the Adirondacks. Mark the distance in miles. Alright, so let's just try that. So if I take the edge of my paper, I line it up with this left edge here along at 0. And then from right here is 30. So that's 30 miles. You can slide this over. Line this up from here to here. Mark that as another 30. Line this line up at the 0. And from here to here is 30. Then the last one doesn't quite make it to 30. Well, I can mark it to 15. And then from here to here is not quite 15. Okay. Slide your strip over and continue to mark until your strip is long enough to measure the whole map. Well, from here to here is 30, 30, 30, 15. Let's see if it'll measure over the whole map. It's pretty close. So for instance, if I want to measure from this Wanakina to John Brown Farm, I can line up the edge of my map or my strip here to John Brown, and approximately, so from here to here is 30 miles, and it doesn't quite go all the way across, so I would predict that's about halfway between, so another 15, so 30 plus 15, it'd be about 45 miles from Wanakina to this dot right there, which is John Brown Farm. So that's one way you can use the strip. Use your scale strip to measure the distance between Stony Creek and Pottersville. Okay, so here's Stony Creek, here's Pottersville. So I would slide my strip over and I would line up this edge with Stony Creek, and from here would be Pottersville. So again, it's not quite to 30, but it seems to be a little bit past half. So the halfway would be 15, so maybe 20 miles from here to here, about 20 miles. Place the edge of the strip under the 2 points. Line the 0 up under Stony Creek. What is the distance? So there we have it. That's one way. If I look down here, it looks like they have a different set of markers indicating the distance. What do locators show? A locator is a small map set on the main map. It shows where the area of the main map is located. Where is the locator on the map of the Adirondacks Park? Okay, so a locator, so if you look, here's the Adirondacks Park. A locator is a small map set on the main map, which is this right here. So this is the locator map. So it's showing us more of the state of New York here, right? Actually, we can see the entire state, and we could see where we're at. And then the main map zooms in on the Adirondack Park. So this green shaded area right here on this main map is also indicated on this locator map. So it gives you a bigger sense of where we are in the world. It shows where the area of the main map is located. The area shown by the main map is highlighted in green on the locator. Look at the map of the Adirondack Park. What area does the locator show? So we have just discussed that. So, okay guys, job well done on this one.